It's me, Brakk-Hieden, and today, the hunt is on for the Pukei-Pukei. So grab a Ghillie Mantle and your notebook, and leave the rest to me. As always, let's take a look at our hunter's notes. We can learn key info about this monster's capability and habitat info. This monster's waterproof, and head, wings, and tail are weak points. For this hunt, I'll use my basic item loadout. Just make sure you have some antidote. After a quick chef's choice meal, we're ready to call our wing drake. Pukei-Pukei are bird wyverns found in the ancient forest and wildspire waste, and they are identified by their turquoise and green scales and feathers. They can achieve flight with their large wings, but they stay relatively grounded during combat. Its legs give excellent mobility, and it has a massive tongue it can use to knock back and damage its quarry. This species can also spit toxic mucus. Gross! They can even eat scatter nuts to improve its effectiveness. And they've evolved to use their tails as powerful weapons. These guys have a bit of a temper and actually change color when enraged. Once angry, Pukei become much more ferocious in their attacks. They move quicker, hit harder, and take less time between offensive maneuvers, making it much more difficult to dodge them. Pukei are especially good at using their tail as a weapon, using it to knock back the hunter. They can increase the size of their tail by filling it with toxic gas, and expel the gas on command, so hold your breath. Luckily for us, its tail can be removed. Sever its tail, and you can massively decrease its offensive performance. Once its tail's gone, Pukei becomes way more manageable. Its tail whip loses a ton of range, making it much easier to evade. Try toppling these guys. A flinch shot is effective, but won't work when the monster's angry. Just focus your attacks on its head, and you can knock him right over. Locking down this monster's movement will give any hunter a competitive edge. Combine this with clutch claw techniques to wound the monster, and Pukei will never know what hit it. You can also employ a variety of environmental traps and hazards as well as other monsters to create exploitable openings. Immobilizing monsters will give you valuable time to use items, sharpen your weapon, or even to retreat. So use the environment so you can have a breather. When developing your individual approach to hunting this monster, there are a few considerations you should keep in mind. Pukei can knock you around a bit, so it's wise to equip gear that will give you stun resistance, like steadfast gems. To counter Pukei poison, make sure you bring antidotes, or wear gear with poison resistance. Pukei can be difficult to evade, so I suggest weapons with more mobility or with a shield. Once you sufficiently wound this monster, it will limp back to a spot for it to rest. It even has a limp while it flies. Just follow it back and wait for it to fall asleep, then sneak up and capture it. If you want to capture, just make sure you brought some traps and some tranq bombs. 2 of them should do the trick. Pukei will be out cold and ready for transport. Now it's your turn. Grab some potions, some antidotes, your favorite weapon, and don't forget to eat.